Good morning. I've had a few days off more than I should have, but rather than get into a long story and make it a lengthy intro, let's just get into part 4 of this Lego build. We're still working on the daily Bugle, and what we've accomplished. Oh, I need to get rid of this. That's always, I think that's going to be a distraction. What we've accomplished so far is the first level so far. And what I've done today is I brought in some of my other modulars, which I'm going to switch out. You know what? Let's push this to the side so I could show you the ones that I built before. Now this is a set that actually comes as 2 separate modulars, which I thought was cool. Most modulars come together about that big anyway. So this is the one that I did not too long ago. I'm replacing it with my police station, also made not too long ago, because, and this one's a bit taller. Hopefully I could get it all in there. Pull back a little bit. And I think I've shown you this one before to use as an example of how these come together and create one long street. But what I like to do is switch them out at work to kind of show new modulars every once in a while. And I know it's kind of just a silly thing. I bet everybody else here at work thinks I'm silly for showing off Legos, but I do like to just have a little me place up on the shelf. This is what I like to do. So I'm switching out the police station. I'm going to put that one back in its box, take it back home. And it's going to be a little bit too tall for this box, so I just got to separate it a little bit. And these, yeah, there we go. Get that off and then put this back. That'll be good. Make sure it's on there. Okay, and then I'm going to replace it with this one. I'm going to put that on the shelf. Let's look at it. That one. Yeah, and I have added a few characters. You might see Grandpa Simpson, and I'm going to take them off. I'll just leave the originals on there. But I'm going to do that later. Let's get into this. Put that up there. Bring this back in. And let's start on bag 4. And the reason I'm kind of being a little quick this morning is because I've had a couple days off, more than I should have, so I'm a little bit behind, but work doesn't start till 9. I'm here and I only have a little bit of time before 9 o'clock. So I figured we'd just get into it, and then I kind of just tell you my days as we build. All right, let's bring out bags 4. That up there, that up there, these here. I've already pre-organized these so that when I open the box, the next one should be here. Oh my, did I say we're on bag 4? We are on bag 5. We just completed bag 4. So, all that time I've been saying, hey, we're on bag 4. We're not. We're done with 4. We're on 5. Bag 4 is currently being uploaded on the computer. Maybe that's what threw me off. We are on bag 5. Now, last time I was thinking we were going to build the next level and continue up, but because we just finished the outside, everything that we needed to do outside, but then I realized there's a couple other things that we need to build around the outside that aren't attached. Like one of them is going to be a vehicle, and some other things that are just going to linger around, not attached to this. So I believe that's what these bags are going to be. It's just creating stuff to put around it. Whoop, whoop. Now, if we're in New York for this Daily Bugle, that's where it's located, I'm assuming we're going to make some New York things. Maybe I see a little hot dog, so maybe we'll make a hot dog stand. We'll see. I like these little surprises along the way. So let me take a look at the book here, the manual, and see if we actually need this to be here today. It looks like we do not. So this is actually going to be off to the side today. I'm just going to put it back up on the shelf here with the other one that I brought in. And first we start by making a couple characters. One of them, excuse me, one of them is, well, this is a new kind of character. I'll show you this in just a second. Let me find his head. Wrong head, but I'll need that. Where's your head? Oh, in the big pack. All right. Sandman. That's a new kind of character without the legs, but it makes sense. And then this character who wears a hat and wears his pants. Where are my pants? From the Lego movie. I just watched that recently and started noticing that in that movie there are actually buildings that I've built. Before I got into Legos and started buying the expensive modulars and things, I watched that movie. So it wasn't that long. This whole Lego thing that I'm really into right now is pretty recent. Because the Lego movie's not that old. But I went back and watched. I'm like, hey, I built that. I didn't notice it before. And I started noticing pieces that they use throughout the movie. Where's his pants? Oh, here we go. Pieces that they use throughout the movie are all actual Lego pieces in real life. All right, there's our other character. Now, what is his name? He doesn't look familiar to me. Bernie the cab driver. You know what? I think that just gave away one of the things that we're building. Bernie the cab driver. Okay, well, let's go. We'll need one of these. So these last few days were a little wacky for me. I was scheduled to work, but something came up. Earlier this morning, or earlier the morning that I was supposed to work, Oh, and I may have to cut this story short and build this later because it sounds like we have other employees coming in a little bit early today. So you know what? We'll continue this. I'm not going to build any more until we talk next time. You know, I've got to apologize for a few different things for today. Um, well, let's just start off with number one. The first thing I was going to do today, as we were building, is tell you about kind of the story on why I took extra days off, more than I should have from work, and I had a story to tell. Then I was interrupted by an employee who came to work early, and that's not a bad thing. It wasn't like, oh dear, I got interrupted. It was, if an employee comes in early around the same time that I do, usually that means they'd like to prepare for the day ahead of time because there may be a lot more work throughout the day. And so I stopped the video there to go help and see if they needed additional assistance to kind of get started. Even though I'm not scheduled until later, it's always nice to kind of help out, just to see if they need help. So I stopped the video there. When I came back to the video, I said nothing. And there's probably going to be, I'm going to have to make some sort of, I don't know what I'm going to make. Something for the reason I'm quiet. I'm going to tell you here, but like just back then, people are going to go, is he going to say anything? I need to make some sort of subtitle of what's going on. But the reason I had to be quiet is the day had ended, and I was asked to kind of hang around after work, just to help if a certain customer or customers showed up, and they didn't. But it's just nice to kind of hang out and be there for them. So while I was here, there was another employee here, and they were working at the same time, and I don't want to be talking while they're sitting just across from me, hearing all this, what I'm building while they're working. I don't want to interrupt them. They're fine with me building and stuff and just hanging out, but it would be very, I guess, like obnoxious, annoying if I was doing what I'm doing now while they were here. So I apologize for the second reason, which is I couldn't talk while building this. Now, the third reason, is I just finished building all this right here that you see in front of you. And I was just on the last step. I haven't completed the last step. And I looked and I saw on my video that it wasn't recording. And I looked at it and I go, okay, record. And it told me my card, my SD card inside the camera is full, which is my fault because I didn't clear out the last video, so it filled up rather quickly. So this video was cut off way too early. As I continued to build, I didn't realize that I was not being recorded. And so here's the positive side for what had happened today with all this craziness of the video. And I apologize. I'm sorry you didn't get to watch me build if you wanted to. But here's the positive side. This was all stuff that was not part of the building today. So we weren't building the actual building today. These are just things that sit off to the side if you want to use them, such as the taxi cab. The dumpsters will go at the back, but I haven't finished. This is the last step right here. And then we have this chaotic piece. I'm not sure I enjoy this a lot because I don't like it when pieces are just crazy and sporadic. I mean, it's cool looking, and if you do watch the movie, Sandman here does a lot of coming right out of the street, which is what he's doing. He's just bursting out of the tiles of the street with his sand. So I mean, I just kept continuing to build, and there was no recording going on. So I'm really sorry. You know what? I'm gonna finish this today. First of all, the story that I was going to tell you in this video at the beginning, I'm going to wait until next video. Hopefully this won't be as chaotic as what was happening today.
I feel like there's so much more that I need to say, just because I like order. I like to start with a little introduction, go into what we've done so far, build, and talk as I go. That was a hard part, is not talking, and then finalize it with what we completed today, and that is going to be so stinking screwy. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to finish the video by completing the last step and then telling you just the basic parts that I did enjoy and didn't enjoy while creating this. So first of all, I'm going to keep this off to the side as it was the whole time while I was building, and I'm going to finish what this last task is. And what I did in this second to last task is build these 2 trash cans. And the last part of this is to fill them with trash. So in this bin, we will add a cherry, a rotten cherry, I guess, a hot dog, a rotten hot dog. See, that's not the color a hot dog should be. And it's in this bun, all nasty looking hot dog. Somebody didn't finish their New York hot dog, and that goes in there. And then we close that up. And that trash can has that trash in it. Now this one, it has 3 pops. There's this one, and it has a little opening at the top for the pop cans. There's this red pop, and there's this pop. And if you remember before, in the set, there was the web juice, and I'll just pull it out right now just to show you. Whoop! I pulled too many things. This web juice vending machine. So obviously somebody's been getting some of their beverages there, and those seem to match right there. And they finished them, drank them all, and now they're out in the trash. And those go in there. Let me put this back here inside the building. And I'll actually bring this down because we are to put the trash cans at the back of the building. So let's turn this around. And we have 2 little buttons sticking up right here where we put one. Oh, you know what? I need to put little legs on the bottom of these. Just give it a little height. That way. That way they look a little bit more trash can-y. I hope you can see those at the bottom. Trash can-y. I do not think that you'll find that in the dictionary. So both these trash cans go at the back here. One goes here. Kind of sits at an angle on that button. The other one goes here. And it sits at another angle. And they just, you know, I could line, no, they can't. I like things to be straight most of the time. And going back to this piece, this was just a little too much for me. It's cool, the final thing, but I don't think, excuse me, I don't think I like it. It's just a jumble of Legos disorganized. I like Lego, I really do. I like all that they do, and whoever figures this out, they're pretty clever. But this just is chaos to me. So I mean, I like Sandman. He can come right off and just be him by himself. I like that. I mean, that's a little different, but this is just okay. I said what I've said what I needed to say. Taxi cab. This was fun. This just sets right in here, so we can get, what was his name? Taxi Bob or something like that, or Bernie the cab driver, to sit inside. And I set him up. I talked about him just before I went silent in the video, and he can sit right in here. As a matter of fact, there's really no chairs, so he could pretty much stand. But this just falls into place. Oh no, maybe I do need to sit him down. He's too tall. Sit down, Bernie. Bernie? I already forgot. Oh yeah, okay. And then this just falls into place, and there's a couple of buttons sticking up to hold it in place. Kind of cool. The driver's license plate is off to the side there. They have this really cool, they used one of those old pirate guns to make the exhaust, and I like that. You probably may or may not be able to see it, but I thought that was a cool addition. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So again, I apologize about this video. I mean, maybe you're saying to yourself, "Whoo, this is one of the shortest videos I've seen, and that was amazing." And maybe you wanted a short video, or maybe you wanted to watch me put each piece together step by step, and I failed to record that, and I'm sorry. So we end today. Yeah, I will see you next time, okay? Later, Gator.